in my spare bedroom, which is where I am now.
Oh, right. So you're home producing your music.
Well, unless anybody fancies paying for me to go in a studio and helping me make better music. Until then, it's going to be happening in my bedroom.
Well, why not? I mean, yeah, mine's a bit of a mess at the minute. Normally I have a different angle on, but I'm in the midst of, I've just insulated the whole cabin and I'm just waiting for some more acoustic tiles to come so I can finish it off. And then I'll put the stage area back and we can
Yeah,
start having bands in here. So that's it.
that'd be weird.
So I believe you're a surfer as well.
When I can, yeah, when I can.
So,
So I live next to the sea, so it sort of makes sense. I started during COVID when I was furloughed and I needed an excuse to get out of the house. So I started surfing. And yeah, I don't get to go as much as I'd like to just because of life, and I might get a Saturday free and then there's no waves.
yeah, it's
So
like that, isn't
it's yeah, it's one of those sort of hobbies where unfortunately nature predicts when you can go.
And isn't that's part of the beauty of it, isn't it? You
Yeah,
know,
of course it
when
is.
you
Yeah,
when you're reliant on the elements.
yeah.
I've never surfed. I've done a bit of bodyboarding. I can just about manage that, but surfing, forget that. I just fall off.
Oh,
I think,
I'm terrible, but that's half the fun.
yeah, yeah. Well, exactly. If you enjoy it, that's the great thing. So. I think Janice has been sending me loads. Well, the researchers are sending me loads of stuff, so I'll have to look back. Sometimes they drop some information in, which is a load of crap. Do you know what I mean? We had artists doing a full tour of the northeast of Scotland, and they didn't even know themselves. So, do you keep chickens? She said something about chickens.
I do keep chickens, yeah, and I also have two dogs. So if there's some strange noises in the background, it's not me; it's the dogs.
See, I couldn't have chickens because my Jack Russell would just annihilate them. He would get in. He's worse than a fox.
I don't know. So
Oh, I do.
What are they? They're like staffy, crossy, bull crossy things like rescues,
Yeah.
and they're terrified of the chickens. The chickens peck them,
No.
and they hate it.
My my
Um,
my, my neighbour's chicken, last one, he savaged it a couple of years ago. Yeah,
oh yeah, no, don't get chickens then.
he got out and savaged it. And my next door neighbour has got goats, chickens, doesn't eat eggs. Um, he's got guinea pigs, he's got rabbits, he's got all sorts. Anyway, he's got tortoise. I'll tell you a little story now. This is my dog. So I'm sat there and he's growling, and I says he only growls when he's killing something. And I say, have you got anything up? No, everything's away. We left it for a bit, went up the garden. He's only got the tortoise, throwing it all over the floor. And yeah, so that was a lucky escape. Yeah.
Yeah, good job. It's got a shell there.
Yeah, well, it had part of it missing, but there you go. Anyway,
Oh,
that's enough of that. So she's a chicken keeping, surfing dude, Jen Dixon. Awesome.
Something like that, yeah.
Excellent, excellent. Well, we'll probably get some questions drop in, hopefully. If you've got any questions, drop them into the chat. And if you're watching on YouTube, this was recorded for Duggystoneradio Introducing. I'll tell you what I think we'll do. I think we'll go and pop a track on. One of your tracks, because that's what we tend to do, and while that's playing, we won't be on screen, so that won't be too much of a problem for us. So I'm gonna put a track on now, and we'll be right back. If you've got any questions, please feel free to add them in, and we'll see how it goes. This one's called Speed of Light, and we'll find out after what it's all about. Jen Dixon. Be right back, people.
Spending my life trying to prove myself, wasting time pleasing someone else. When low self-esteem runs through your veins, can you learn to be whole again? Can you learn to be whole again? And I was afraid to jump. Change how my mind is framed, feeling happy, feeling me again. Years have passed, letting no one in. It feels strange to be whole again. It feels strange to be whole again. And I was afraid to jump. Now you're by my side. I used to walk
cool is that? Awesome, mate. Awesome. Great sound. Great sound. Got a good voice.
Thank you.
Very distinctive, Janny says. Very distinctive voice. So all the music and everything, who does that? Do you do all of that? Have you do everything?
Yeah. Yeah. On all my tracks so far, I've done all the everything.
Wow.
Basically. From the songwriting to the recording all the instruments to the mixing to the mastering, and then all the promotion and admin and everything.
I'm impressed. That's really good. Really professional sounding as well. So, yeah, because I was thinking, oh, bloody hell, she's got a lot of music on here. I wonder if she's got some session artists with her. So
No, not yet. I think in the next one, now I've got my band together, I'm actually going to maybe ask them to play on the tracks because I'm not really fantastic at guitar. My main instrument is drums, so that's normally sort of something I'm quite happy to do myself. And obviously the singing I need to do myself. Yeah. But sometimes I think, it would have been better if I had a proper guitarist in and things like that. But the songs are mainly sort of vocal focused anyway. So, it doesn't need to be the most technically musical track. It's more about the melody, really.
Yeah, it's good. Right, I like that. It's a really nice tune. So, no, there's a lot of people doing their own stuff. I mean, you talked about drums. You did some drumming on Sean Buckley's track, didn't you?
I did, yeah. He came up to me, not obviously in person because he lives quite far away, but he contacted me on Twitter and just said that he's got this track. He's not very happy with the drums that he's put together. Have I got any ideas? And did I want to collaborate on it? And I listened to it and I thought, this is what I would do. Played it, and he just sort of said, yeah, brilliant. And that was it. Done and dusted.
No, it's brilliant. We was chatting to Sean the other week, and he's a great character. He's
he's
obviously from the same neck as the woods for me, so we hit it off straight away.
Yeah,
so it's really good. And I'm not even thanking you. Thanks for coming on the show. I appreciate you coming, giving your time, and I believe you came straight from work and got soaked.
Yeah, literally got back, walked the dogs, got rained on, and then came on. Yeah. So, but some of us, we have to have jobs, don't we, to pay for our expensive hobbies.
Yeah, exactly, and it's frustrating, isn't it? So what do you do? What do you do as a career?
I'm an audiologist.
Oh well, I've no idea what that
is. Basically, like an optician, but for your ears.
Oh right, okay, yeah.
That's the easiest way I can explain it.
She's an ear doctor, people. Sound. She's into sound. There you go. Sound in a job and sound in a music. Wonderful.
Yeah. Well, my degree was in sound engineering, and then I realised there's no jobs in the Northeast when it comes to that. So I ended up doing a second degree and going into audiology because it's sort of related.
Oh yeah, it is. It's that. Yeah. That's good. We need people like you looking after us and making sure we're all right.
That's it. So wear your hearing protection, everyone. Otherwise, you'll be coming to me for hearing aids. So there you go.
I know people don't realise it. And here's me sat with a pair of cans on, with it all blasting in my ears, and I think I've got to stop doing this.
I'll sort you out. Don't worry.
So whereabouts in the northeast are you based? Because my uncle lives up there. He lives near Durham.
Oh, I'm about 45 minutes from Durham.
Right.
I live in a little village called, I say village, it's a town now, called Mask by the Sea. It's near Redcar and Saltburn.
Oh, I thought you might have said Redcar because one of our street teams in Redcar, Ross the Postie, and
really?
Yeah, I was up there about a month or so ago doing a project for some stuff, a business thing, and I passed a sign. It said Redcar. So I rang him and went, "Where are you?" He went, "I'm in work." Why? I went, "I'm in Redcar." So ended up going to his house. I've never met him before, only virtually. Went and had a coffee, a bit of a natter, a bit of a chat, and then went on my merry way. And it's great. So yeah, I've been to Redcar. So I know exactly where you mean. So I was up there, like I said, a few months ago. So what someone said, what's your inspiration for your music?
Oh God, general inspiration. So initially I started writing music in the first COVID lockdown. I'd never written before. I'd just gotten to the point where I thought I want to start singing and playing guitar in front of people on my own. I'd been doing it as at open mic nights with a friend because I had really bad stage fright, was only learning to play guitar, wasn't really sure. And I was like, right, I'm going to do it. And then COVID hit. And I was like, right, what do I do now then? So the initial reason for me writing was because I was furloughed and in a house on my own for 4 or 5 months. So I thought, let's buy a load of gear. General inspiration for the subjects of the songs is probably, a lot of it is personal experience. A lot of it is seeing other people's experience as well. Mostly, it's me. When I write songs, it's when I'm feeling sad and it's like an outlet. And mostly, most of my songs are related to that. But a couple of them are also seeing other people's lives and what they're going through. And hopefully just writing stuff that people can relate to. And, everybody's had those days where they just want to put a sad song on and just cry to it because it's relatable. And hopefully that's what I'm doing. And people can, not necessarily cry to my songs, but it's really not a good advertisement, that is it. But relate to it and feel like they're not alone.
No, you're right. I went through a very traumatic time a couple of years ago. I won't go into that, and I listened to some quite sad songs, and it's weird, isn't it? You're in a really low place, yet you can get comfort in those melodies and those moving songs, and why not? Why not? So if I look around a bit, if it's not good if you're listening on audio, people, but it's because some of my chat doesn't come up, and I'm on my own. You see, do you know what I mean? Normally you'd have a team, wouldn't you? I'm here on my own doing all this. Don't even get a cup of tea. So right. We'll have another track in it a bit. Oh, we always get this question from Eddie, who's a complete gonk. He says, I know you'll probably know. He always asks, has Jen got a tour van? And if she's got a tour van, what kind of tour van has she got? He always asks it every time.
Actually, I'd say yes, not because I'm big enough to go on tour, but I crashed my car about not Christmas gone, Christmas before, and wrote it off, and I was like, I'm gonna get a van, and I'm gonna turn it into a camper van.
Oh, wow!
So I did. I got a Fiat Ducato.
Oh, yeah.
And I've converted it into a camper van and put the leisure battery in and everything, and built beds and flooring and lighting and stuff, and so it could well be a tour van.
Excellent.
As long as there's a Portaloo nearby, it could be a tour van.
Well, you should have put one in. We've got a Fiat Ducato camper van, so it's the Fiat Ducato, but it's a Swift 122.
Already a camper van. That's cheating.
Already a camper van. Cheating, yeah, but it's got to be done. Dixon Caravan got a camper van, but they're brilliant. Just, without being a bit boring, I don't know what brake horsepower your van is. If it's 130, I would have it remapped to 180, and it'll be a worlds apart. Trust me.
It's a something.
Yeah. Have a look. If you find you're struggling when you're accelerating.
No struggle.
Oh, right. You've probably got a 180 then, because it's probably a fan.
It's something. It does have the word multi-jet.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. No, it is. Yes.
See how technical I am. I thought it was big and it was blue, and it had low mileage, and it was within my budget, and it was wide enough for me to lie widthways.
Yeah.
Which is quite rare for a van.
Yeah.
And I'm 5'10", so I'm quite tall for a lass. And I was like, I need something wide. Excellent. To lie down in, and that was the process of me buying a van. Very technical.
So there you go, Eddie. Eddie's got a full blown answer to his question. He asks it all the time. He asks every artist for some reason. We're going to play another track. What's it? Yeah. We're going to play another track soon. I'll tell you what I've got lined up. What did we have then? Which Way Down? Did we have Which Way? No, Speed of Light we had then, didn't we? Did we have Speed of Light? I've got lined up Which Way Is Down, Pretty Face, and Save Me. Save Me's your latest one, isn't it? So your latest.
No, Speed of Light's my latest one.
Is it? Oh God. Well, okay. Well, right. All right. Well, we've played the latest track. I don't know why, but when I looked before, when I was adding them, for some reason I thought Save Me was the latest track. But
it's all right. Speed of Light was probably the least popular one so far, to be fair. So just get that out of the way.
Oh, bless you. It'll come. No, your stuff's really good. So you've got any plans to go? You've done some collaborating with like Sean Buckley and what have you. So and you said something about you got a band together, have you? How many's in the band?
Yeah. So this year my focus was to get a band together and get gigging outside of the Teesside area. So I did Newcastle O2 in January, but that was a acoustic, just me.
Yeah.
And then I got offered to do the Leeds O2, which is happening on Saturday. And I was like, I really want to get my band together for this because we're playing Summerfest in May. So I was like, again, I want the band together. So I've got some really talented musicians from the Teesside area that a couple of them I've been very good friends with for quite a while. And then they've, known people, and we've all got together, and it's working really well. We've got I'm getting quite a few gigs lined up, whether it be acoustic or with the band, and it's quite nice to have that versatility there.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you'll see me there at Summerfest because I'll be around pestering all the artists. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
You didn't know that. Bet you didn't know I was going to be there, did you? I'm going to be there. Don't worry.
Well, I expect a sign with my name on it as you stood in the audience.
Yeah.
And a chicken. I want a picture of a chicken.
No, I won't be I'm not in the audience. I'll be pestering all the bands backstage and round the
well,
stage.
Okay, come backstage and I expect a picture of a chicken.
I will. Well, right, we'll have to write that. Janice, write that down on the list of requirements. So I get a throne of KFC
or
chicken.
Or a pet chicken or something chicken related. That's my challenge to you.
On it.
And you can't just bring me an egg. That's cheating.
No, I won't do that. We'll do something chicken related. I'm sure we can.
Okay.
I'm sure we can. You'll see me anyway. We'll make sure. Right.
Are you going to come dressed as a chicken?
No. Well, if I could get a costume, maybe I could do that. But I think it'd spoil it, wouldn't it? But if anyone out there's got a chicken costume, send it my way. We'll go in.
Yeah, you can come on stage while I'm playing and dance in the chicken outfit if you want.
Oh, man, I'm doing it. I'll bring a tambourine. I'll have to get a tambourine as well. I can do a bez. A chicken bez I can be. The first chicken bez.
There you go.
Right, we're on it. Right, we need to... Because one of the bands wanted... so I've got that. I've got to bring... one of the bands wants a throne made out of KFC chicken boxes. We've followed KFC chicken. Mental.
Right.
Mental.
Yeah, that won't work for me,
No.
chicken related.
No, I didn't think it would.
No.
Yeah. Right. Well, we'll have another... We'll have a track and we'll see if there's any other questions we've got, but we can just carry on chatting anyway. This one's called... I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll ask you what it's about. What's this one about? Which way is down?
Oh, God.
Is anything... or is it just a track you put some words together?
No, it was probably... It was written in the sort of the COVID lockdown scenario where I suppose everybody was... a lot of people were isolated and alone, and it was essentially about that and, not knowing how you were going to get out of it, I suppose.
Yeah.
And I actually ended up in the sea in March recording the little promo videos for it, and I ended up doing a music video for it because I thought I've been in the sea half naked in March, probably flashed quite a lot of people in Saltburn. I'm going to make a music video out of this to get something out of it.
I couldn't see any music videos on your YouTube because I normally play video. I play videos if an artist has got videos. But...
Yeah, I think I buried it.
Because I never found it.
I can't find it anymore. It's on there somewhere, but I have looked at some point. But I did the little bit on the back of on this on the Spotify canvas and things like that is that image of me in the sea. Freezing my bum off.
Excellent. Right, we'll do this then. Yeah, but you're right about COVID. It's been an absolute nightmare. I mean, we were fortunate because we've got a lot of space at home and there's three of us at home and, you can entertain each other. But we were like, God, if you was on your own in a flat or something, or just on your own, it's just been an absolute nightmare. It's terrible.
Yeah, I was on my own for 5 months.
It's terrible.
Yeah, not cool. I had the chickens and the dogs, obviously, but actually all the chickens died but one in the first few months. And then I was left with this one chicken, which basically decided it was a dog and kept coming in the house and being with the dogs because it was on its own. So we had a little trio going on for a while. It was quite cute.
Excellent. Right, we'll be right back after this. Which way down? Jen Dixon.
I'm underwater. Which way is down? Listening to silence, trying to breathe, counting in my head what can't be seen. The walls are my best friend, staring right back, keeping my secrets, but I feel trapped. I try to talk to someone, but who's around? dark. Can anybody hear me? Or am I alone? I'm underwater, screaming for air, but nobody's helping, nobody cares. I'm giving up now, starting to drown, and I just wanna know which way is down. I smile in the shadows, hiding the lights, feeling cold go down my spine. I try to talk to someone, but who's around? I'm in the dark. Can anybody hear me? Am I really alone? I'm underwater, screaming for air, but nobody's helping, nobody cares. I'm giving up now, starting to drown, and I just wanna know which way is down. I can feel it getting colder, swimming closer to the edge, and I know I've got to fight it, but my foot slipped off the ledge. This peak I've been climbing is way too steep. I'm fully functional, but I'm in too deep. I'm trying to balance my life's problems like a song and repeat. My words are simple, so what they're clunky and weak. It's how I feel at the time, my heart trying to speak. It's time to give up, time to retreat. I'm underwater, screaming for air, but nobody's helping, nobody cares. I'm giving up now, starting to drown, and I just wanna know, I'm underwater, screaming for air, but nobody's helping, nobody cares. I'm giving up now, starting to drown, and I just wanna know which way is down.
I like that. I like that, and I particularly like when you start spitting bars, as they say in the trade, don't they? Yeah, hang on, there you go.
If that's what you call it, yeah.
Yeah, bit of rapping. That's what they say. Spitting bars. That's all.
Speaking quickly.
It breaks it up, doesn't it? But yeah, I'm glad I asked you what the song was about, and then yeah, I can relate to that, and I think it's a great track. It's a good track. It's
my favourite. Yeah.
Is that your favourite track?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I like that. It's really, it's got a haunting sound to it. But if you sit back and listen to the words, what it's saying, the four walls, and am I stuck here? And it's like absolutely brilliant, mate. I really like it. I really like your vibe. It's going to be good. So Eddie's been on, and he's already looking at chicken costumes. Eddie, if you buy the chicken costume, man, I'll wear it, and I'll be on stage with Jen. No one will know who I am, you see. It could be anybody. I could put a ringer up there, couldn't I? Could put anyone up on stage. But yeah, I'll do that. If I get a chicken costume, I'll come on stage with you. Oh, excellent. So you've got Summerfest planned. So how did you come about getting onto Summerfest? Did you just get approached by Tony, or?
Yeah, I just got approached. I'd put a video on Twitter of me singing and playing, and he approached me from that. So just really lucky and really grateful as well.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's a monster lineup, the 3 day. Which day are you on again? Remind me.
On the Sunday.
Oh, that's my favourite day. Sunday. Don't tell anybody, but the rest of the artists. But Sunday, if I could only go to one day, it's the Sunday, because it's back to back goodness all the way through the day. It's going to be absolutely awesome. It's going to be a riot, that one. I tell you.
Really looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. I'm just looking if there's any more questions coming up. But yeah, so are you looking for? Because obviously you're on doing your set. Are you looking forward to seeing any other bands on the session?
Yeah, obviously I'm looking forward to the bigger artists. I would have liked to go to the Saturday as well, but I think I don't think my voice would hold out on the Sunday if I was singing all day on the Saturday, and obviously would have to try and do it sober so I can sing on the Sunday. But yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing the bigger artists, but also I'm quite looking forward to seeing some of the artists on the Brewdog stage, because it's always nice to network and see who's sort of up and coming, as they say. It's nice because when you meet people and you network, obviously, if they have like a headline gig somewhere, then you could maybe perhaps support, and then when you have a headline gig at home, they could support, and it's just a way of getting yourself known around the country. So I'm looking forward to meeting the other acts and seeing what they're about.
I think you're right. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing a couple of artists on that day. But for me, you're right. It's good to go, and I think you've got the right attitude there to network with other artists, because you'll all help each other. And I think at the minute it's so competitive at the minute with trying to get breakthrough, that one of the ways of doing it is doing it together, isn't it? It's the way that you're going to break through is doing it with other artists. And I'm looking forward to meeting them, because I went to see Matt Hoy in December at his gig, and that's where I end up meeting Dub Defenders, and Dub Defenders are doing the DJing for the whole day on the Sunday.
Yeah.
So I've already said I want to be on stage on the Sunday with them. So that's my plan. But they've not told me I've got to wear a chicken outfit or anything. So,
well, maybe I should get onto them and make sure that's a thing.
Well, yeah, maybe that'll be me for the weekend in a chicken outfit running round.
Yeah.
But, if I've had it on your stage, I'll just pop up on there and I'll be like, who's that with a chicken outfit on? Anyway, it'll have to be an orange one to go with our branding, our orange chicken. So.
Well, I'll be having my orange guitar, so I'm going branded.
Excellent. I don't know if anyone else can hear, but I can hear music playing, and I've got nothing else playing somewhere. Well, it's frustrating me. Hopefully it's gone. Right, I think it's gone. Oh, yeah, I see where it's coming from. Sorted it. Yeah, so you've got Summerfest. Have you got anything else planned after that? Is there any other gigs you've got? You said you wanted to do some other tours. You've got Leeds coming up on Saturday, was it?
Yeah, Leeds is on Saturday, and then after that I've got Party in the Pews at Macclesfield. Right. So Top Loader is headlining that.
Awesome.
And I think the Buzzcocks are on the Saturday. So that's just that's an acoustic gig, but yeah, really cool. You put me on the spot now. I've got a couple that I've just been asked to do in November, which aren't announced yet, but are pretty cool gigs that are local. I've got it's all on my website.
Don't worry. Well, that's fine. Well, we'll drop that in the chat at some point.
I need to have a look on my own website to find out what gigs I've got now.
So you're pretty busy then. You've got quite a few things coming off.
Yeah. Munro Festival in Stockton I've got as well. Red Rum Club headlining that.
We like them. We've been playing them on the station.
Yeah, they're really great. I saw them a couple of years back at a Stockton Calling, and they were brilliant. And you just sort of sometimes you just know when a band is gonna make it, I suppose.
Yeah.
I don't really like that term, but you just when you see something you think these are a bit different.
They're good enough. They're good enough to.
Yeah, they're going to go somewhere. Yeah.
There's a few like that. I mean, we're rocking with and we're promoting and we'll play them on the show, and you think these should be already very, very successful because they're really good. You're right. Yeah. The first couple of bars of a track, you go, I like this. Yeah, this is great. And when you get that, they're good.
Yeah, and it's frustrating that there is a lot of bands that are fantastic and they work so hard, but sometimes unfortunately the industry is who which is it's just, I suppose it's like that in a lot of industries, but you just need to be seen by the right person at the right time, and sometimes it's just luck. But equally there's bands like Red Rum Club that have just done it and gigged and worked really hard, and they've got somewhere for it. But then of course you do get the artists that seem to just come out of nowhere and suddenly they're at every festival and you think, how did that happen?
Yeah, but they've probably been doing stuff behind the scenes, or they've just networked at the right. They've been at the right. Who's to say that you're not on stage at Summerfest or one of the other festivals, and there's someone in the crowd that goes, "Oh my God, yeah, she's just what we're looking for. Come on here, let's get you," and bosh, you're off.
We can dream, can't we?
I keep pushing my stuff, and you don't know who's watching you. There'll be people watching you. A classic example, you've put a video on Twitter, not expecting to do anything, and Tony rings you and says, "Come on, we want you on Summerfest." I mean, that's phenomenal. Do you know what I mean?
I'm completely over the moon with it, to be honest, and absolutely mad. that even happened. I was like, is this a joke? Is this actually happening? Is
Yeah.
this man real? Like,
Well,
what is this, you know?
I was the same when he said we want you to come to Summerfest, so we want press pass, and what do you want me to do? Do what you want, right? Okay, shouldn't have told me that. Thanks very much. And off I go. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be setting up a little mini studio, TV studio type of thing, and do videos, and I'll be out and about with my phone and my microphone, and I'll be grabbing bands and chatting to them and artists and like that.
Yeah.
So it's going to be full on for 3 days, 3 or 4 days for me, and
Be worth it though.
but the amount of stuff we're going to get, yeah, it's going to be good. And we've got a photographer coming with us as well, Ange, and she's awesome. So I'll make sure she gets some snaps of you. So,
Well, it's impossible to get a good photo of me. So, like live, I just always look very silly. So if she can get a good photo of me, I'll be absolutely buzzing.
she can do wonders, that girl, I'm telling you. Black and white, it'll be all right.
Yeah. I always look like I've got like a weird pan face, and I'm like, can you get the different angle, please?
Oh, don't be daft. Nothing wrong with you. Where we go? Oh, Eddie's listening from Studio 2. It's searching. Go and order that chicken outfit, Eddie. I'll don that. I'll be on that. Be all over it. Anyway, one of the questions that our crazy reggae presenter always asks, king-size pot noodles, should they come with a king-size sachet? Because they come with a regular one, and he feels like he's been deprived when he only gets a little sachet.
I mean, I'm going to say, yeah. I mean, I'm not really a pot noodle fan. I'm a really picky eater, and I don't really like noodles.
I can't stand them.
From an outsider's point of view, not a fan of pot noodles, I agree with him. I feel like you should, if you're going to buy something, that should be jumbo. Everything about it should be jumbo.
I know, he asks it every week, but I don't like them. I remember when they first came out and I was like, what is that crap you're eating? And I've never eaten them. I don't like it. I know loads of people love them. Have them on sandwiches and what have you. Oh, so what we've started doing, because this is a virtual thing, obviously, I hope you enjoyed the virtual green room, because Janice provided boiled eggs, soldiers, and green tea, but you probably didn't eat the eggs because you've got chickens.
Well, no, like I say, I do eat eggs, but only from like my hens. I don't like buy eggs just because of the egg industry and all that sort of stuff.
Man.
And I am vegetarian, but I don't like eggs despite me having chickens.
Sorry.
Like I like eggy bread, I like eggs in a cake, but like actual boiled eggs or scrambled eggs or whatever, just egg on its own, it's not for me.
So this is a bit of a silly question because we asked this the other week. This is how we ended up with a bucket of KFC thrown. If you don't like, if you was going somewhere and become like mega, and like some of the artists just have ridiculous riders. They don't even, they might order, I don't know, flowers and champagne and oysters and not even touch it. They just order it as a matter of, what crazy, outrageous rider would you have? Could have anything. What would you have?
Oh God, crazy outrageous. I mean, generally I'd just be happy with a margarita pizza, to be honest. I'm really pleased. Cup of tea, margarita pizza, maybe some nice fruit ciders or something.
We'll get on to Tony.
I have actually had on my rider. I played in Manchester, and because I was driving there and back on my rider, I put Red Bull. So I could drive there and back in one day.
Well, that's fair enough. Did
whatever at night. But
did he supply?
If I was on about ridiculous, I mean, a box of Cadbury's cream eggs.
Okay, all right, fine. A box of Cadbury's cream eggs. Well, we'll see if Tony can get you a margarita pizza, and we need to bring you a Cadbury's cream egg. We're going to play another track. Now, there's another question, and I'm going to give you time to think about this, and you don't have to answer it because I throw this in every now and then.
Okay.
Which band would you bang in room 101? Never to be seen again. Now, you can turn around and go, I'm not answering that because it's unfair, like some have done, or you can go for it, hell for leather. So I'm going to play a track, have a think about it, and if you decide to, that's up to you. If you decide not to, that's up to you as well. I'm easy, but have a think about that. So we're gonna play Pretty Face. What's that about? Because you've got drawing all over your face on this, haven't you? You got words.
I do, yeah. So Pretty Face is about being in a relationship and then looking back and realizing, was that relationship what you thought it was, and thinking, actually, was I just, was I actually anything to you other than like a pretty face? And, that's essentially it. I guess it's just like a bitter ending to a relationship song.
Interesting. We need to seek him out. The fool. Pretty Face by Jen Dixon. We'll be right back.
I'm starting to doubt my biggest secret. I'm starting to crack. The longer I keep it, you are living two lives, playing the game, hoping the rules would stay the same. I thought it was love, but it was pain. I felt it over and over again. If there's a hell, then be prepared. The devil will welcome your despair. How did I end up in this place? Was it my fear that left me disgraced? Was it my heart that paved the way? Was it my soul that made you stray? Do you believe in twist on fate? Or was I just a pretty face? Or was I just a pretty face? I stuck around for your entertainment, ignored the red flags that my heart was waving. Always aim for love instead of being wanted. Seek actions, not words. Your energy's toxic. How did I end up in this place? Was it my fear that left me disgraced? Was it my heart that paved the way? Was it my soul that made you stray? Do you believe in twist on fate? Or was I just a pretty face? Or was I just a pretty face? Pretty face, a 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 pretty face.
Wow, says it all, doesn't it? Says it all. So we're talking to Jen Dixon about music, what she's up to, where she's going, and yeah, back on screen. Yeah, I get the lyrics. He comes right through there. So he's a swine, isn't he? He was a swine. We know he was. It happens though, doesn't it? But, you know, it's not nice at the time, is it, when relationships go, you know, go up the wall, what have you. But yeah. It's,
no, and everyone's been through it. You know, you're very lucky if you've met the right person straight away and been with them for the rest of your life. It's quite rare, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and we all get messed about, and it's at the time it's blooming horrible, and it's not a nice thing. When I don't know how people can treat another person that way. If you're not into it, then don't hang around. You know, go and let them get on with it. Yeah, good. I like it. Really like it. So Janice has been on. She says, best advice you've been given and by whom? And then we'll get back to the Room 101 question. So what's the best advice you've been given?
Like in general or musically?
Yeah, well, music, either really. Can go either way.
It's really hard.
She's not specified.
Generally, musically, I was drumming in a band with a guy called Corey Bowen a few years back, right. And he did quite well for a while. We recorded at Abbey Road, played at Green Man Festival, and the guy that was managing him was the guy that I believe he discovered Sam Smith. So right. He was, he's a pretty big guy. I remember sitting in the room and we were talking about random stuff, and he basically said, never go on X Factor or anything like that. And I said, all right. I said, why is that? Because it gives you a bad reputation or something. He went, no, if Simon Cowell doesn't want you, why do I? And I was like, okay. So that was, that's probably the best
Oh,
musical advice I've
that
ever
is
had.
really interesting. So if you make it, great, but if you don't make it, then you're a cast off. So, well, I didn't
Well,
realise. Look, we've both got.
are we matching?
Well, not sort of. Sort of. I don't know if this has got a badge. It's a new
We're
one.
coordinating. We're coordinating.
Yeah, there you go, Adidas. Yeah.
Well,
Oh, that's good advice. That. So if they don't want you, neither would I want you. That is brilliant.
that's what he said.
That's
Whether that's the advice for every single,
no.
music mogul in the world, but that's what he said to me. And I thought it was because, they'd look at you like you'd be a bit silly for, trying and things like that. But it was actually more. It's like, well, if basically, why would we want you if
That's interesting.
one of the biggest music people in the world doesn't? So
There's probably two trains of thought with that. There's probably other people that look at it and go, "Wow, they're amazing. Why didn't they get through? Pick them instead."
yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
But it's each their own. And if that's not what you want to do, or if it's what you want to do, then why not? I think you've got to try these things. But see, I think they've all got a bit tired, those shows. Apart from The Voice, I think The Voice is phenomenal. I think out of all of them, it seems to be the most genuine one out of all of them. And it must be getting bad when they start putting when they start doing the mass singer, don't they? And you don't know who they are. I mean, just to add another element in it. So
To be honest, I don't really watch TV anymore. I got rid of everything. I just have Netflix and Amazon, Disney. Like, I don't actually have any live TV. So people talk to me about all these shows, and I'm just like, okay, sounds great.
Yeah.
Just not interested.
We're the same. What box sets are we watching now? What we're going to binge watch and then go to the next one?
Yeah.
Prime tonight. Let's have a look at that. And see, that's
where it's
it.
going, isn't it?
Well, the way people consume entertainment has radically changed over the last 10, 15 years from, and that's a good example for TV consumption. And it's the same in the music industry, isn't it? Everything's like, I know what I want. I'm going to select what I want. And that's all I'm watching. I'm not interested in all this other stuff or your adverts. I'm watching that. And it's the same with music. And I think that's the frustration a lot of artists like yourself will have, and other artists that are really good, is if people you're not on the radar, how do they discover you? Does that make sense? How do they find you? Because they're going to go to their iTunes or the Spotify, and they're going to go and look for Sam Smith or whoever they normally listen to and listen to that music. And that's what we're trying to do with these shows. And some of the other things that we do is say, well, actually, come and check this person out and check this band out. And if you like them, go and follow them and support them. So that's what it's all about. It's tough at the minute for everyone. It's the easiest time to be in the industry to produce music. You're doing it in your bedroom. I mean, that was like unheard of years ago, wasn't it? People recording in the bedroom, and I'm doing this in a log cabin in the garden and running a radio station from here and doing all this.
Everything's a lot more remote. And I am very lucky that, because I did the degree in sound engineering, I never thought I'd be using it for my own songs. I thought I would, go and work. I was wanting to go work in TV or media or something, but then actually this gave me an opportunity to go, actually, all that stuff that I'm in debt by about 21 grand still is worth me buying some gear and doing my songs. So it's just finally come into use.
Wow. So is that all the equipment you've paid for? Or
no, that was my degree.
I was going to say, what equipment have you got in there? But
no. My equipment's like all second hand and cheap, and it's just cheap and cheerful, easy as it is. It's not nothing
it sounds
special.
Good. Sounds good. So do you use electronic drum kit? Is that what you've got behind you? Is it electronic?
Yeah, I've got electronic kit. I do have an acoustic kit, but it's in the loft. It doesn't really get brought out very often. So just for producing and stuff, for the songs that I've been doing so far, electric kit has sufficed. The next song I'm bringing out, I think I might go and do some live recording, get that done.
Interesting.
Probably a bit beefier, but we'll see.
I want to learn to play the drums. I bought a drum kit last year. I had an electronic drum kit, and then a band came in. He went, "What is that?" I went, "It's my electronic drum kit." He went, "Sell it and buy one of these." So the next day I sold it. Literally sold it the next day, and it's next to me. I've got an acoustic drum kit. It's only a basic one, but once my studio's finished, it's going in the corner. I'm gonna try and learn the drums. I've always fancied doing it. I'm gonna have to do it.
Do it.
Do it. Yeah, it'll be just a hobby. I mean, it won't be anything else, but it'll be a bit of a laugh. I like air drumming. I'm good at that. Yeah, cool. So you've got have you got other tracks being developed, ready for release? What's on the cards for that?
I've got probably about 20 songs sat on my laptop, most of which will never see the light of day.
Right.
I've got 2 or 3 that I quite like, but are not quite there yet. And I've got one that I'm definitely wanting to release. And I think it's going to be the title track of my EP.
Excellent.
So I'm getting my guitarist to put some stuff on that. Because again, it's a slightly more rockier vibe than what I've been doing previously. So it definitely warrants having somebody actually being able to play guitar quite well on it.
Yeah.
And maybe some live drums would be better. It just depends on times and studios and costs and things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully that will be out. But my plan is to release my EP this year, hopefully autumn time. But again, it just depends on whether I have time to finish the tracks alongside working and gigging and chicken keeping and
life, general stuff.
Yeah.
That was a question. This might be Janet, our researcher, because I've got researchers. Is great that, isn't it? She says, ask her about playing football.
Oh God. Okay.
Was you a professional footballer?
So when I was growing up, I played football for the Middlesbrough Centre of Excellence, which was like the Middlesbrough Girls Academy.
Right.
Until I was about 16. And then I went and played for Sunderland Ladies until I was about 18, 19. Then I went back to Middlesbrough. And then I went to Durham, who were in the Women's Super League 2 at the time. I think they still are. And then basically life and just it just wasn't. Also got like an autoimmune condition, which meant I was like too tired to traveling up and down and working full time. And then, you get a boyfriend and you get hobbies and you start going out and going for nights out and things with people, and life just becomes so much more.
Yeah.
And it was just a hobby, but I had a really good run of it. I went back to play for the local club, Redcar Town, for a few years and stopped playing start of last year. For retired forever. But just played for fun for a few years. But it was really good. Like growing up, I was playing with people that are now playing in the England team and stuff.
Wow,
so
that's interesting.
It was fantastic experience and some great, like absolutely great people that I've met along the way. But for me, it just wasn't ever anything more than a hobby. And I never took it seriously enough and didn't try hard enough, to be honest.
Yeah.
So yeah, it sort of became just a hobby with no aspirations, and then music has sort of taken over really time wise. So I've hung my boots up.
Well, you can do that where you want to do it. I mean, it's I'm not into any sports. I can't watch them. They just bore the pants off me. But it's a shame that the women's football is not popular, is it? It's not as popular as the men's.
It's years behind. But
I think
it was
it's coming up. I think it's coming up a bit. It's like the cricket
team sport. Like biggest growing team sport in the UK, and has been for I think about 15 years. There's a lot more money getting put into it, a lot more kids getting into it, and I think if me and my friends were born into it, were born now and started playing, we'd have had a lot more opportunity and funding and things coming up. So I think it's only just starting, and it's not the same as the men's game. You can't compare because physicalities, and you're never going to be able to compare with anything. We don't at the Olympics, so why do people compare the two? It's the same sport, but it's completely different in the sense that it's not about the physicalities of it, it's more about the technical stuff. And also they don't just fall over when they get tripped and start crying, which is nice.
I know, I just can. I watched a video before where I've had it because we ride motorcycles, and it was like a MotoGP, and he come off the bike, literally like flying down the track, went over the bike, landed on his feet, started running. Obviously, he's going too fast. Fell over, slid across the tarmac. Yeah, you think, oh my God, get the stretcher. what does he do? Gets up, runs back to the pits and jumps on another bike and carries on. Now, I said if that had been a football, he just grazed past his chin and he's on the floor crying. It's unbelievable, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's just frustrating. I mean, saying I don't watch sports, we watched the women's cricket on Saturday, and I wouldn't even watch the men's cricket, but it's quite interesting. So there you go. Yeah, wonderful. So you've done a lot of stuff then, haven't you? You're a surfer. You've got a small holding.
Just chickens and dogs, nothing else. There's a blackbird in my garden at the moment.
Do you know what I mean? You've been an international footballer.
Definitely not international.
I'm trying to ham it up a bit. Try to build.
Oh yeah, definitely international. Yeah, I've played in World Cups and everything. Yeah.
But that's good. Hey, you will have to speak to the girls and say, oh, when you do one of your major tournaments, you might need someone to come and sing at half time. I'm your girl. You never know.
I mean, I don't think they remember me that well, to be honest. I don't think I can call in favours.
Oh, I would. Hey, Room 101, we got back to that. You can answer it or not answer it, because I forgot all about it. I've just been reminded.
I'm playing safe with this one. I'm going Jedward.
I mean, that just proves, doesn't it, that the manufacturer, they are the biggest. How did they become successful? I were Jedward. Unbelievable.
I don't know,
I like that.
They haven't brought anything to the music industry. I could say more controversial ones because there are some bands that I just don't understand why people are so obsessed with them.
That's fine.
But I'm not going to do that because I'll.
They might want you to support them, and you'll have to go bite the bullet and go.
Oh yeah, that as well. But also, I don't want people like chasing after me. You know, like if you said something like, "Oh, I don't like." Put One Direction in the bin. All the kids that love One Direction would chase after you with the pitchforks and stuff, wouldn't they? So I'm not saying One Direction, by the way. It was just an example.
I know. You just picked it. Because it's like all sorts in it. You know, people. I play. I've seen Oasis a couple of times, like Gallagher, and I play. And some people, don't play them anymore. I hate him. Can't stand him. I just like him. It's like his vibe. I've grown up with him. He's awesome. But Jedward, I like that. That is a very political answer, and I don't think anybody would be offended by that, apart from them two idiots. Do you know what I mean? Because they are Jedward. Yeah. Yeah, how did they get all this? But they must. Unbelievable. Who builds the dog home under the stairs? That must come from Eddie. I have no idea what that means. Who built the dog home under the stairs?
Okay. I initially built the dog home, under my stairs.
Oh right, okay. I thought he'd been smoking something or
No. So my understairs, obviously, your understairs space is wasted, isn't it? And during the lockdown, I got bored and I knocked a hole out in the wall and made like a little dog house for the dog to go in and have her bed in there. And it's like a little safe den, which she loves. And then just recently, I've had the staircase redone. So I asked them to keep the dog house, but make it better.
Make it like a proper
but they did.
Wow. Oh, so because you never know, you get these questions on here and they can be just absolutely ridiculous. So that's it. Oh, before I forget, what we've been doing, we've been asking artists to do as an artist drop. So, hi, I'm Jen Dick, or whatever you want to say. This is Duggystone. You're listening to Duggystone So could you do that for us? And I'll get Eddie to do a jingle from it.
Okay. Hi, I'm Jen Dixon, and this is Duggystone Radio.
Perfect. Love it. Absolutely love it. So we're gonna, because we're fast running out of time, or we're going to our allotted time. So we've got this. We've got Save Me as the next track to sort of round us off. Or do you want me to put something else on, or should we just leave that on?
That's cool.
Is that cool? Yeah. I shouldn't have even asked you because it's your track, so you're not going to. Oh, I hate that one. What's this one about? Save Me, because obviously Save Me sounds like there's a meaning to
it. Probably, again, very similar vein to Which Way Is Down. Although, to be fair, this one started off with I was binging, we're talking about binging things, I was binging Buffy the Vampire Slayer during COVID lockdowns. And there was a line in it that I was like, oh, I like that as like as a saying. I really like that. And started writing some lyrics around that and sort of merged it with my own sort of feelings and experience at the time, but along with that sort of storyline in that episode. So I've never written like that before. And I just thought I like the idea of sort of
Yeah.
an outside external inspiration mixed with my own stuff.
I like that.
And yeah, that's how it happened.
Well, we'll wrap up with that. But I find it absolutely fascinating that people can write songs and pick things up. I've never tried to do it, but I've sort of tried to do something, but then like looking at the page and going, oh well, no, I can't even think about what to do. So it fascinates me that you can do that. Do you know what I mean? Even though you've started doing it before lockdown, it's not like you've been doing it forever and a day. But you've got the ability to take a subject and turn it into a meaningful song. I just find it amazing how you can do that.
I mean, some days it's easier than others. Some days I'll sit down and nothing will come. Some days I'll sit down and loads will come, but I'll read it back and go, oh my, that's never, straight in the bin. And more often than not, that's what happens. But every now and again, I'll write something and it just sort of forms, and it's like, this is going to be a song. But that happens so rarely.
Right.
I'm not writing a song every day. But also, sometimes I think quality over quantity. I'd rather release something that I'm happy with and is meaningful and that I think is going to do well.
I think you're right, because you could bombard it and then you'll dilute what you're doing if it's not of quality, and you're right. So that explains a bit. So a lot of things in life, we look at someone's producer and go, oh God, how have they come up with that? But that one track might be the result of 100 tracks that you've written, or 100
attempts. And it's the result of me sitting at this desk like for hours on end, tweaking and changing and sending it to a friend and going, what do you think of this? And them going, yeah, I like it, or no, I don't like it, and be coming back and tweaking it. And it's, I almost don't understand how people do things in a week in a studio, because I like going back to it like every other night and re-listening and adding and changing. So, it's hours and hours and hours of work. It's not just I sat and wrote a song and it was done in a week. I really, really pain over them until I'm really happy with them.
Well, it shows, and we like it, and we wish you all the success for the future. I'm looking forward to meeting you in person, either in a chicken outfit or in not a chicken outfit at Summerfest. And please keep in contact with us. Let us know anything that you're releasing. Message us, send it to Janice, and we'll do as much promoting for you as we can. But I've really enjoyed getting to know you and chatting to you, and I love doing these. I think it's a privilege for me to be able to speak to people that are creative, and I love music, but to get behind the music and get to the person, I think is the best thing ever. I love it. So thanks for your time. Really enjoyed it.
Thank you for having me.
Right, well, we're going to play out with this. I'm going to let you get on with your evening. Go and do whatever you do with the dogs and the chickens. And
I'm going to eat some food. That's my plan.
Yeah, mine's waiting for me. I've cooked it, read it. It's chicken, by the way. I'm going to go and eat. I used to be a butcher, so there's no way on this planet I'll ever become a vegetarian or vegan. So it's never happening. Never happening.
I'll let you.
Anyway, have a great evening. Thanks very much. Thanks for your time. It's been great.
Bye.
It's been wonderful. Well, we'll have the track. Where's that? I will let me. Why is that not playing? Let me press this, and thanks. There we go. Thanks to Jen. Here we go. So this has been Duggystoneradio introducing the awesome sound of Jen Dixon. Go and check her out. She's on Summerfest in May. What a voice.
Standing on a knife edge, waiting to fall. Trying not to look down, it's a long way to go. I don't want to force it, but I'm up here for you. This ledge is getting higher, what do I do? Is this love, or is it all in my head?
and find her on all your normal downloading sites. She's on Twitter under Jen Dixon Music. She's good, isn't she? Really like her. What a voice! She's going to rock that stage at Summerfest. I've got to get a chicken outfit now, haven't I? And this has been recorded for Duggystone Radio. Thanks for all your comments, your questions, your eyes and your ears. And if you want to check us out, just say Alexa, open internet radio, go to Duggystoneradio.com and press the player. No, we don't want that. We don't want that. Until next time, this has been Duggystone Radio's Introducing. We've been talking to the amazing Jen Dixon. Until next time, I'm out of here.